popularly known as Kulikuli School across the country. Right here in Tamale Central is the Tamale Presby Primary School, built in 1938. The school has not seen renovation ever since. You have students, or better still pupils, sleeping on the floor. You have a classroom of about 62 pupils who have just 10 desks to share. And imagine what then happens if there is exams. Some would virtually have to lie on mats just to write, so you can kind of really ensure that people don't copy each other. My name is Abla. We heard about our colleague in the region told us about the challenges of your school, and that is why we are here. Thank you.
Yes, for this school. I'm for heading the school that you just passed.
Oh,
saw the
okay.
roof there. There are twin schools, cluster schools. The same community.
This
so
one and
this one is Methodist Experimental, and this one is
Presby. Oh, okay.
Now, when you go to the classrooms, like P3, P2, when you go there, P2 we have 62, and the furniture there are now up to 10. They are seated for 3. So when it's time for them to write the exams, they have to lie on the floor. P3, P2, the same thing. And the furniture there, the dual decks there are now up to 10. If they are even up, then broken ones. Some of them are dancing as well too. It's even very dangerous for the children to sit on. Very dangerous to sit on.
right. You have 5 minutes to stop work.
Watch. The chair will break.
Now they have drinks.
This one. Stand up. Separated. We went to the market and then took this from the common market for them to sit and write. That's the rice seller sitting there.
So you took this one from the rice seller?
Yes, ma'am. For the children to sit and write.
Let me ask you a question. You see, you are a teacher. You're a teacher here. You're going through all this. Your colleagues What, don't you feel like seeking transfer and going to some place where you can comfortably teach?
No, I'm okay here. I think with all this, we appeal to the government to help the school. If I should seek a permission and go, how will the children learn? So what we do is we have to see what we can do to get furniture for the children. They are doing well. I don't need to. And the teacher, the level of my training, I've been trained to teach any school or any class. So I'm preferred being with them because they are good. The children are good.
The students, the pupils are good.
They are good, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I don't need to leave them.
Yeah. I hear that just a few days ago you had to take some of the kids to a nearby pharmacy shop.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the child was vomiting with temperature high, and then where is he? Where is Zulhad? Who was sick? And yeah, there were two. The vomiting child and the nail. One of them stepped on a nail. Yeah.
The nail on the
on
desk.
the desk. Yeah, the broken desk, and it was really deep. It nearly came up from down. Yeah, it was hell. Hawa, where is she? Hawa, bring your leg. She's here. Let me see your leg. Have you seen it? Okay. Yes, yesterday. She was bleeding seriously. Don't step on it again.
This same nail.
Have you seen the news?
What is the same thing she's sitting on?
She don't want to sit on the floor.
Sorry, please don't cry. I beg you. Be careful of the nail.
Sit on the floor. Sit on the floor.
No, this girl is hurt. Yeah. She's hurt.
Oh, sorry. The nail. Sorry, when you finish, sit down and write. You sit on the floor when you finish. Continue your work. When you finish, I'll take it. Sit down and write.
Madam, what is your name?
I'm Madam Rafiatu Adam Progress.
And so how long have you been teaching here?
Here, 2 years. It's almost 2 years now.
The situation has always been like this?
Yes, please. Even you can even see the new jerseys. We have empty classrooms, no furniture. Empty classrooms. In my class, I have 54 pupils that I handle. And look at the way they are seated. At times, I'll even get up and give some of my seat to the children to sit down and write.
And today they are writing ICT.
ICT. Yes.
No. So if they are writing ICT, is it just theory or they have done practicals?
The way it is, the way the question is a theory attached to objectives.
Okay.
Assuming question 1, what is the name of the item in the picture? Then the possible answers are mouse, keyboard, and then speaker.
And this is the picture.
This is the picture, yeah. So the answer should be this.
Okay.
And the question 2, it shows what we are doing on the computer, keyboard, monitor, and the mouse. So they pick the questions. And the question 10, they will draw a computer.
Which means that you've shown them a computer.
Yes, please. Yeah. Do you know how to do? Joa, let me see your work. Fast. This is a television. Look at what this one is doing.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go around, if you look at it, you know what
They are trying to draw. Yeah.
This one, for instance, when you pick it,
Yeah.
this is a monitor, and then the monitor, keyboard, and the mouse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
No, for children, when you ask them, what is this? He or she can explain better to you. And so we don't dispute their drawing.
Yeah.
You not understand what is it.
Yeah.
But when you ask them, they can explain for you to understand.
Exactly.
Something like this, you can look at it to be a mat
Yeah.
or a material, but he will tell you that it's a keyboard.
Yeah.
He has even written it under the
Exactly.
keyboard. Yeah. So with this, you cannot mark it down.
I agree with you that your students, your pupils are good.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is P2, right?
P2, yes,
Okay.
madam.
Okay. So kids, just as how teachers are convinced, or just as how she believes in her pupils, the pupils would also need to believe in their teacher. And it is interesting that the kid is able to draw something and is able to write under it what he or she thinks he's written or he's drawn. And also in this class, we witnessed another incident where the desk just falls off from under these three girls. And do they have a choice? No, they just have to go back on the floor and start writing their exams. P2A, their end of term exams in ICT. And, well, this is the situation here at the Kulikuli school in the northern region, also known as the Presby Primary, Tamale Presby Primary School. Yeah. So what happens? This place too, when it rains, you have to.
We are in one. We are.
Cairo, sit down. Okay. So now they are still writing. Pardon. Sit down. Sit down. This P3. Yes, please. You are still writing yourself. Still writing.
All right, so right now we are in P3 and pupils are writing their end of term exams. And because they have less chairs or desk for all of them to, sit on, they have no choice but to spread themselves on the floor just for them to be able to write these exams and for teachers to also ensure that they don't end up copying each other. Now, you would wonder if this is motivation enough for pupils to come to school. In this class, I can boldly count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 desks, and that is it. So, who determines who sits on a desk? Who determines who sits on the floor? And I would want to ask the teacher in the class, who determines who sits on the desk, and who determines who sits on the floor?
Well, the problem is that lower primary. When you consider the lower primary, the level of the children, normally when you enter the class, you see the children quarreling over who should sit here, who should sit there, who should sit there. Several times you have to, when even you tell them, Mr. So and so, you are to sit here, Mr. So and so, you are to sit here. The following day when you come, you see them still quarreling again. They take it as if the one who comes first is the one who should occupy this particular desk. That is how it is. So for some time now, it has been a problem for us. As you can see, most of them are sitting on the ground, writing their exam, and that is how it has been over since the commencement of the term. In fact, it has been a problem for us.
Now, so right now, some people are sitting on the desk, yes, and others are on the floor. Who are those on the desk? Is it the class prefect or his assistant or the oldest in class or what?
No, the class prefect is sitting on the desk at the moment, and then assisted by the others. The others normally it's not determined by whether these are the assistants or these are.
The big ones are on the desk. I mean, the small ones who have to share the floor. That's the suitcase.
That's the front.
Oh, okay. That's where you keep your books.
That's where books are kept.
Oh, okay. How much will it cost, roughly? So right now we are standing in P3. So how much roughly will it cost to get P3 kids enough desk? How much will it cost to fix the corridor over there? Because, I mean, right in front of us, a kid falls off like that in a very big bang, and the way he was all in tears and all that. How much will it cost to fix this?
When you look at the furniture, like class 3, we are now in class 3, and there are about 62. The 62, if we want the dual decks, that will be about 31 dual decks, 2 on a dual decks. And at least the last time the PTA manufactured one, they did some for the JHS. One dual decks cost us, it cost us, one dual decks, you will buy 3 wire boards, and then they will use it. So everything costs us 42 Ghana cedi. For one dual decks, 42 Ghana cedi. So if you multiply 42 Ghana cedis by 31, should be able to give you the amount that will fix the furniture for the class, for P3. Yeah.
Okay. But then, so that is then to say that things are not all that gloomy because the PTA is also assisting somehow.
Definitely, the PTA, they are doing well. They are doing well because I could see last year they provided the furniture. Just even those that they are seated on, it is a PTA. They provided 20, and we gave 6 to P1, 6 to P2, and then the rest we give it to P3, and that is what you've just seen them seated on. Look at the zincs. You see the KG. When it's raining, they can't sit in the class. You can see it yourself. So that is the other problem.
So you eventually have to close school because it's raining.
Because it's raining. Yes.
And even when the sun is shining, they still suffer because the sun.
That is the same problem. The same thing.
I understand.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll have a look. How long have you been teaching here?
Yeah, I've been posted here 2013. And my predecessor who handed over to me, that is the same story. And going through the files, you could see the number of letters written for support and to the MPs and myself as I'm standing. The MP here, who is Honorable Inus Afasini, Tamale Central. I wrote 4 letters to him through his party executives. We've heard nothing. And Haruna Idrisutu, who is an old student. One of the classes that Mubarak renovated is where he sat for his class 5 and class 6. But there's no single chair today for a child to sit there. Yes, as I'm speaking. This is where Haruna sat, Honorable Minister for Employment, sat for class 5. This is primary school, class 1 to class 6, but the then United Primary. But the class he sat for primary 6 and primary 5, no single chair for a child to sit, as we are standing today. And you'll see it. Until we had Ghana had a football match with Uganda that we approached the footballer who is an old student here, Mubarak Wakaso, who helped in renovating this block. It was formerly for weed smokers and then in fact dubious, scrupulous people using it as hotels. You could come here, if not nowadays, you can sweep so many condoms and then pieces of in their hems, harassing the watchman. So this is our football team.
Okay.
This is that was in 1990s.
Okay.
That we had a football team, and then Mubarak Wakaso is one of the team members.
Okay.
Now a national asset.
Exactly.
Very good. So you can see that this school is not the oldest, one of the oldest, but one of the schools that produce assets for Ghana. So he was the one we approached, and then he renovated the 3 classrooms that is to be used for the JHS,
okay,
but without furniture.
So you said that you just saw him and approached him just like that?
Yeah, we met him. He's a native of Tamale. I went with the PTA chairman,
okay, and
then handed over a letter to him, and then show him the picture, which is a former member, and an old student. So he should do something about the school. And then he also promised to renovate the school, the 3 classrooms for the JHS, and he did so. Currently, no furniture for it to be used.
So you haven't started the JHS yet?
Yeah, we have started the JHS. It's now in the first year, but the first years is a PTA, the PTA that has gotten furniture for them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh! Whoa! Because of the bad nature of this corridor that they have, the only option, they have to run around or just play around right in front of their classrooms. And then he falls off just like that, right in front of us. Oh.
The fallen self, I have seen it, is even a blessing. Because why am I saying it? You have seen it. I'm afraid of the collapsing. Because the way the child fall off, just because of the way, the roughness of the veranda, you've seen the pillars.
Yeah.
One day, we don't know when it will fall off, because the pillars are those they are those holding the structure. So if they are falling, then the whole structure is falling off. So that one there is a blessing. Maybe the falling, the child will pick the child up, no fracture, nothing. But what of the roof, the whole roof falling? What will happen? You see, that will be maybe counting deaths, which we don't like. That's why we are calling on the stakeholders, the government, the MPs, everybody, and even old students should help us. And the old students, in fact, some of them should be looking back. They were once here. They should help, and then those who are here will take up from them when they are old and they cannot do anything for Mother Ghana. That is our plea. The furniture, the structure is falling off.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, madam. I like that. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Good morning. How are you? We are fine. Thank you. And you? Also fine. Sit down.
So this one there, because we want to encourage them. This is the class 1.
Okay.
And that is where we kept the furniture. And there too, they are 3-3, 2-2. Some are 3-3, some are 2-2. And when it starts raining, that one class 1 has to go home. Look at the ceiling. The ceiling. You can see how it's happening. So very, very, very listen.
So class 1 seems to have the furniture and all, because it's supposed to encourage the kids.
The kids in school, because this is their first lesson. If they are not being encouraged, then some of them will now start. That's where they start, and then they become drops out. So we want to encourage them. That's why the PTA, these are even for the PTA. Look at even the class. This one.
The encouragement even has a little problem, right?
In fact, that is where you see this is the head teacher. The head teacher's initiative by trying to
Be
a carpenter himself. But still, things are not being easy for us.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So for how long have you been teaching here?
This is my 5th year.
5th year?
Yes, please.
And tell me, 5 years in the school. Tell me about the school. Describe the school to me.
Okay, ever since I came here, we are lack of furniture. We complain to so many people and no any help. Apart from last 2 months, this Mubarak Wakaso, who was our former student, came and renovated the JHS for us. Apart from that, I haven't seen any help since I've been here.
5 years?
5 years.
What's your name, please?
I'm Victoria Azara Adams.
Okay. Thank you. You are the P1
Teacher.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
P1 seems to have 2 teachers. Oh, you're two teachers for P1.
My table is dancing as well.
So this table, why? So what do you think can be done apart from the desk and the badge corridor? I just saw a child fall down and all that.
Actually, with our zins, when it's even raining, the wind will just be taking it up, and with our this and our decks too, the whole place will become wet. We have to send the children to class too. After the rain, that you have to come back to the class again. So it's always a problem. It always affects our learning.
Thank you.
Madam, let him capture this place. You can see the tree.
And the wind was entering my eyes, right?
After you stand and hold your clothes like this, I won't be trying to lift it up. Just look at my bike. Dust on it. Dust.
old are you?
Yes. No.
You're 9 years old.
Yes.
And what class are you in?
Before.
What do you want to be in future?
Madam, soldier.
You want to be a soldier?
Yes.
Why?
Madam.
Why do you want to be a soldier?
Madam. Madam, because I am shoot gun.
You want to shoot gun?
Yes.
That is why you want to be a soldier.
Madam.
What's your name?
Mohammed Rakim.
What?
Mohammed Rakim.
Rakim.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Break today. So what did you eat today during your lunch break?
Madam, I eat fried rice.
Fried rice. Yeah, sure you.
Baby rice.
Which one? Which is which? Fried or plain?
Plain.
Plain. You add plain rice.
Yes.
Okay. I hear you people have something they call black jollof.
Yes. It is also equal. My mother is selling it. This girl mother is selling it. It is just here. Because me, I want to come from bank manager. I want to be a lawyer. If I come bank manager, I'll give which other money. I'll give my parents money, and when the chairs are breaking, we can follow it and make the chair. Because our mother we send the Kulikuli, and my mother I will say that you should bring container, and she will bring container, and I'll give you money.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you said that you want to be a bank manager.
Yes.
So that you can help your school.
Yes, sir.
Give money to your parents.
Yes, sir.
And then you want to be able to fix the debt.
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Abubakar Sadiq Ali.
Okay. So the situation may be bad, but it is beautiful. It is just beautiful to hear at least one child say that he wants to be a bank manager. The other one says he wants to be a soldier so he can shoot, but this one says that he wants to be a bank manager, and one of his reasons is to be able to fix the school desk. He also wants to be able to give his parents money, and I think that's a good one.
I want to help my mother. My mother, anything I'm coming to school, my mother she give me anything. I want to help her. I want to give, and I want to any work I want to be a bank manager.
Okay.
And take care of my mother and my father. Anything they want, I can give them. That's why you are always come to school. If you see any children, they are come to school. They want to know anything and come with a feature. Anything they want, they will give their mother and their fathers and their parents. That's why anybody will put her children in this school.
Okay. So which class are you in?
Class 4.
Class 4. Okay. Look, those of you who are pushing people, I will not talk to you. If I see you pushing someone, I won't speak to you. Do you understand? So let us all be in a nice room or something and speak to each other. All right? Yes. So you, what do you want to tell me?
Madam.
Why are you making the sign of the cross before you talk? Are you afraid?
Yes.
Why are you afraid?
Madam. Madam, know it. Madam.
Okay, yeah.
I want to be a star boy.
Hello, nobody should laugh at him. Please don't laugh at him. You want to be a star boy?
Yes.
What is
Madam.
a star boy?
Shutter.
Shutter. What is a shutter?
Madam. The who browns the Siliminga. I want to be the white man. Madam. Madam, you see.
No, don't mind them. Don't mind them. You want to be
A star boy.
A star boy.
Yes.
You said the star. Tell me again. What do you say the star boy they do?
Madam, the type, the white man.
The type.
Yes. I want to buy the car and give my mother 1,000 billion, my father 1,000 billion.
Okay.
My name is Lucy Family.
Okay. And you want to be a star boy?
Yes.
Star boy.
I want to be a
What do you want to tell me? What do you want to tell me?
Madam, I want to be a runner. The person who runs.
Okay. You want to be a runner, an athlete.
Yes.
You want to be a runner. Why?
Because I know how to run, and I will give my mother money and my father. I will take good care of them.
What's your name?
My name is Lucy Ameziad.
What class are you in?
I am in class 4.
Okay.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
Madam, they are not TV. Madam, they are not TV. What the TV?
From TV.
I want to be a lawyer.
I want to be a nurse.
Let me call you. Oh, jump together.
Okay.
Come on,
All of you, break over, go. Bye-bye.